We're in Osaka, and this is the last city in our Japan trip, and I'm excited to eat okonomiyaki, which is a specialty in this city. So we've been to Tokyo, Kyoto, and now Osaka, and we ended up doing a lot more shopping than we thought we would do. What I learned is that if you're going to do shopping in stores that you can find in other cities, then you should not do them in Tokyo. So for example, the Nintendo store, Pokemon store, Uniqlo, Daiso, etc. If you can find them in Kyoto or Osaka, it is a much better experience to go to another city. Shopping in Tokyo is crazy because of the crowd, and if you go to another city, the selection's better, there's less crowd, so the overall experience is better. And another thing I learned is that while in Tokyo, we didn't use that much cash. Most places that we went to took card or Apple Pay or Suica. But when we went to Kyoto, we ended up using a lot of cash, and so we kept on going to the ATM. There's a lot more cash-only places there. We went to an izakaya for dinner, which is a Japanese bar that also has really good food. It was such a memorable night because, while first the food was great, but we also met two Japanese men that were incredibly friendly and bought us drinks. And even though we couldn't speak Japanese and they didn't really speak English, we just communicated through Google Translate the whole time. We got silken tofu with kimchi. The tofu was refreshing, and the tangy, spicy umami kimchi makes this dish something I could eat a whole bowl of. We also got grilled pork belly with 3 types of sauces, and it was so indulgent, the best drinking food. Then we also got 2 types of okonomiyakis, one without and one with noodles, which is known as a modern yaki. I love okonomiyaki. It's a savory pancake packed with vegetables and meat and held together with a batter made with mountain yam and generously topped with this sweet and tangy sauce. It's everything good in one package. In my Tokyo video, I went to the actual ichiran restaurant and it was so good, so I wanted to try the instant version to see if it lives up to the hype. There are a lot of sauce packets, all right. There's A, which is the soup powder. There is B, which is liquidy. I don't know how to read Japanese, and so I'm hungry. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just pour everything in. And C is the chili sauce. Now for the hot water. Fill it up to the line. I'm gonna stack my food on top of it. It has a similar appearance to the real thing. I can't expect this to be like the real thing, but it just makes me want to eat the real thing because the real thing is really good. It's an acceptable instant ramen noodle. It's good for an instant ramen noodle. However, the price is like 3 times the cost of a generic brand of instant ramen noodles. So I don't know if it's worth the price. Because like a normal instant ramen, maybe you can get like 200 yen, and this is over 400. We didn't just have Japanese food on this trip, we also stopped by a Taiwanese dessert cafe and got some tofu bean mochi dessert soup and soy milk. I love good quality soy milk that tastes like the soybean. We are having Japanese mapo tofu on top of ramen. They have this version of the dish where they put a blanket of cheese on the noodles and brulee it and melt the cheese at your table. But I got the regular one, which was so good. One of the ingredients in mapo tofu is usually the Szechuan peppercorn, which is known for its numbing sensation rather than its spicy taste. I don't really love that numbing feeling, and it also has this metallic-y aftertaste for me. but this version doesn't have the overwhelming effect of the peppercorn. It's very flavorful. It's not super spicy. It's just like, it's spice and just the tiniest amount of kick, but very flavorful. You can taste the fermented soybean in the sauce. So good, so satisfying. And the tofu, very soft, silken. Wow, I love the tofu. We just came from the mapo tofu place, which was so good. And we're having second lunch at a beef bowl place because there's just not enough meals in Japan left. And so we're trying to just eat as much as we can. Look at this pile of beef. Japan seriously has some of the best beef I've ever tasted. This is the roast beef version. It's not fatty, but it's tender.
Yes.
How? After that beef meal, I got takoyaki. We're nonstop eating today. There's not enough meals. We only have a few days left. We're going for it. Look at the bonito flakes dancing. It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna burn myself, but it's okay. It's okay. Whew. Hot. I love takoyaki. It's hot.
Instant regret.
But I love the bits of octopus inside. And continuous eating matcha soft serve. We went to an udon restaurant where we grated our own fresh ginger and sesame seeds. They had a warm version of the udon and a cold one. I got the warm one and it was kept warm in a bath of warm water. You grab some noodles and dip it in the sauce that we worked so hard to prepare. We also got Oden, which is a dashi stew of tofu, fish cakes, radish, and other goodies. You can actually find it in any convenience store. It is everywhere, but we were kind of obsessed with it, so we also had to try it in a restaurant. This warming meal was so savory and satisfying. I just love udon noodles so much. I just ate some really fancy and expensive strawberries. They're called, I think, amaou strawberries. We first encountered them at a restaurant that we went to, and they had strawberry ice cream for dessert, and they just gave us like the smallest little ball, and the waiter explained to us that it is made out of this really fancy strawberry, and we didn't actually know what it was. He was very proud of this premium strawberry, and so afterwards we were like, we have to find this strawberry somewhere. And I happened to go to a produce store and found them. It is almost 3,000 yen. It came with 12 strawberries, and we ate some. You know, honestly, it wasn't as mind-blowing as we thought it would be. It was better in the ice cream because it had cream and sugar added to it. It is good, don't get me wrong. There's really good strawberry flavor. It is better than your average strawberry, I would say, but is it worth the price? I don't think so. Right before catching the train out of Osaka, we got their famous fluffy jiggly cheesecake. There was not much cheese flavor in my opinion. It was more eggy, very soft and light. It melted in my mouth. What was also really special about this cheesecake was that they had raisins in the bottom. This was a not so sweet type of dessert, and the tiny raisins added a punch of sweetness and tartness to this cake.